Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nina and this is Nina's Daily Bites. If you're new to this channel, karibu sana. But if you're an existing subscriber, karibu, karibu, karibu tena. May God bless you, may God keep you, may God do you good. And today on another budget-friendly video, we are gonna be making eggs and ugali. These are scrambled eggs with ugali. You can also have them with chapati if you like. You can have them with rice if you like. But most people here in Kenya will love to have this kind of eggs with ugali. So let's get started. This is a simple and fast and budget-friendly recipe for those lazy days that you don't feel like cooking or for when you are on a budget. And all our ingredients are gonna be in the description box below, so kindly check them out. As usual, I'm going to start by preparing my ingredients and setting them aside because I don't know how to multitask, and this helps make my work easier. When I say I don't know how to multitask while cooking, I mean I don't know how to cook while I cut the ingredients or prepare the ingredients at the same time. But I can multitask cooking different meals or different dishes at the same time. So we are going to be multitasking cooking eggs and cooking spinach at the same time, and it's all gonna turn out amazing. I like to blend my tomatoes, but my blender broke a while back and I haven't fixed it yet. But if you want to blend your tomatoes, that's totally okay. But there are people who find it easier to just cut their tomatoes into cubes when they are making the scrambled eggs. But that's totally up to you. You can cut them however you like. You can blend them if you like. That's totally okay. So the first things we are going to do is to fry our onions as usual, and until they are almost golden brown or until they are golden brown. We are making a total of 5 eggs for 3 persons. That's just me and my 2 sons, but you can count one of my sons as a grown-up, by the way. So yeah, 5 eggs are enough for us. You can adjust the quantity of your eggs, the quantity of your ingredients according to the number of people that you're cooking for. Like I said, we're going to multitask cooking eggs and spinach at the same time. So I added onions to another pot and had it going for the spinach. In my spinach, I'm only gonna use a Royco cube and onions alone. I'm not gonna be adding tomatoes to my spinach. I like my spinach just cooked with onions, and if you like, you can increase the amount of onions to your spinach. Once your onions have turned golden brown, you're going to add in your tomatoes. Then you're going to cover them and allow them to cook until the tomatoes are well done and the oil and the tomatoes are separated. That's when you know your tomatoes are done. I couldn't shout that enough on this channel. As our tomatoes are cooking, we're going to continue cooking our spinach. Our onions have turned golden brown. Then you're going to add in your spinach. And I learned a trick a few weeks ago on how to cook dry spinach without them having a lot of water at the bottom. So what you're gonna do is add in your spinach, mix just a little bit, just mix a little bit for the onions not to burn up. Then you're going to leave them, allow them to cook on their own until dry. Then you're going to mix them gently. Your spinach will be dry and they also won't be overcooked. Like I said, I don't like adding anything to my spinach or kales. The only thing that I like adding to my spinach is cubes. You can use any cubes of your choice. I like to use Royco cubes for my spinach. And yeah, then we're going to check on our tomatoes, and if you find that they are not yet done, you're going to still cover them and allow them to cook. Then you're going to go back and check in, and if they're done, you're going to mix them gently, add your spices, the spices of your choice. In my eggs, I like to use paprika, chili cube, sometimes Royco cube, and sometimes I like to add Royco. That's just what I like to add in my eggs. I don't add anything else. And then you're going to mix that gently, allow it to cook for a few minutes. Then you're going to add in your eggs. one by one if you like, or you can beat your eggs on the side, then add them to the tomatoes. I like to add them one by one because I don't like breaking the yolk. Once you add in your eggs, you're going to mix gently. You're going to use the technique that we call folding method so that you don't break your yolk. But if you like to break the yolk, you can just go ahead and mix it anyhowly. But I like to mix mine gently and slowly to allow the yolks to cook just slowly as I fold to turn them. As you can see what I'm doing. And once they are a bit cooked, that's when I start breaking them apart and mixing them all together. You don't want to leave your eggs. You can add your eggs and cover for a little bit, but I like to watch mine. I like to break them slowly, and I like to mix them gently so that I can have those huge chunks of yolks and huge chunks of white egg whites. Yeah. Once they're a little bit cooked, you're going to add in half of your spring onions and mix. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you have coriander, you can add it at this point, half of it. Then the other half you're going to add before serving. At this point, our eggs are pretty much done. We're going to add the rest of our spring onions. Then we're going to serve with spinach and ugali. But before we serve, we're going to be making our ugali. By the way, I'm not a fan of ugali and eggs, but my kids are huge fans of ugali and scrambled eggs. So most of the times I find myself cooking this meal for dinner because they love it. It's not about me. Most of the times it's about what they want to eat, and I just like to make them happy. We're going to be cooking our ugali. Allow your water to boil. I know most of you know how to cook ugali at this point. I cannot even teach people how to make ugali because I myself don't like ugali, and I've been told by people from the other land that I don't know how to cook ugali. Anyways, we're going to be making blueband ugali. We're going to add margarine. Then you're going to fold in your ugali as so. Allow it to cook. I don't know what time it takes for ugali to cook because it depends on the size. And it also depends on where you come from. There are people who say they like soft ugali. There are people who like hard ugali. I don't know. But this is how I like mine. Just look at those eggs. Look at that spinach. And look at that ugali. That's it for today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you watched all the way to the end. Until next time, bye bye. And don't forget to subscribe, you all, share with your friends, and leave a like and a comment.